Roger?
No, just dropped by to take Colin out to lunch.
You're not taking him to Marilyn?
Oh, no, sir.
Okay. You have a nice time, boys.
Surprise!
Jesus.
Roger and I decided to take you on an adventure.
So I wanted to begin by asking you, what sort of research did you do into the real Milton Green to prepare for the role?
I looked at a lot of his work. I kind of tried to understand really their relationship more than anything, and how this was such an incredible time of change for all of them, and certainly her. She was sort of worked herself into this position at this point of making her life absolutely as she wanted it to be, and slowly it sort of unravels and becomes something that she didn't want it to be. And Milton, is kind of at the forefront of trying desperately to just appease everyone, make everything all right. There was a lot at play and a lot at risk, and he was also helping her with her medication, which he absolutely probably shouldn't have been doing, but you know, to only in the hope to stop this sort of catastrophe from exploding, and it ended, their relationship didn't end very well by all accounts.
Well, what was the overall relationship that because they ended up living together later in her life?
Very much like a family, yeah. She lived with him and his wife, and then it's kind of quite murky as to whether they had some sort of affair together. You know, who knows? But then it became rather political, and money got in the way. You know, these are all kind of vague ideas of what possibly took place. Because he really became in sort of almost as a manager in charge of her career. He sort of became the guy doing the deal, dealing with her future movie career.
And in the film, how does Milton feel about Colin sort of coming in? I mean, does he resent him? Is he sort of trying to warn him, give him advice?
I think he saw him as a threat to the making everything okay. He got it wrong, actually, because actually he was helping out. But it was almost as though he didn't want another problem. There were enough problems to be dealing with. And I think he did see him as a threat, and he also knew that the heartache he had felt himself as a younger man so it was a kind of, I think it was a helpful warning, but it was more of a threat than a kind of out of kindness.
I just wanted to ask you finally about working with Michelle. She's so wonderful in the movie. I mean, you almost can't help falling in love with her as Marilyn.
It was stunning watching every day, coming in and seeing the way in which she would inhabit that person. You know, and what a challenge to take on. And we'll have our ideas of who this person was and the images that we all grew up with of her, but to get to really understand, get under the skin of her and get the different nuances of her, I think she just did so tremendously well. It's a beautiful performance.
Shall I be her?
Who? Marilyn.